So, what is regular expression? Regular expressions are meaningful, specific characters that we combine together to create a pattern. And that pattern can be used to look for or match a specific sequence of characters, like in a string inside another string. All programming languages kind of support regex, but the characters that we use to create the patterns are slightly different. So most of these common regex characters that are provided to you in these documents work for most of programming languages. Mainly, most of them for sure works in Python, but some of them might be different in other programming languages. So I mentioned 16 very common ones here that you need to know. I do not expect you to memorize all of them. So this piece of document is your like a cheat sheet that you can have with you and use them and whenever you need to create a pattern or check something or create a new pattern, whatever. So and all programming languages as I mentioned support regex. For example, you need to use Python for your last project. So this is the library that we need to import, and then we create like a regex object using that, and then we use search function or match function or find all function to go through the string and to find look for a specific pattern inside them. JavaScript has it, Java has it, C++, C Sharp, all of them has it. They all have different libraries for that, a kind of similar methods and functions for that. Before I jump into and explain these characters to you, let me start with an example. I think if we just look at the example first, it makes more sense. So, for example, we have a bunch of emails here, but we are looking for specific patterns for emails. So for example, in this example, we want to look for emails that ends with .com and allows any characters used before the @ character. Okay, so like this. It has @ before it has some characters and then it ends with .com. Or this. It has @ in the middle, different combination of characters comes before it, but it ends with .com. But not this one. So this one does not end with .com. So how do we do it in a traditional way? Well, we have to loop through the string, have different if statements to check all the characters to see if it matches this pattern that we're looking for. But with the regex, we just use combination of meaningful characters to create a pattern, and then we compile this pattern, and with the object that we get from that, we can just search or check the string to see if this matches our pattern. And now it's gonna do everything for us, and it tells us whether or not the string matches what we're looking for. So, for example, look, this is the pattern that actually helps us to find the strings that we're looking for. So, this means this pattern starts with any of these, like lowercase characters or uppercase characters or num or digits or underscore, and any number of other type of characters, and we need at least one or more of those, which all of these comes before the character, and then it should follow with any character that is not a space, and it ends with .com, and this is what we character that we use that specify the thing should end with this. And we use parentheses. That means the whole thing should come after the @ sign. So, but as I just showed you, these characters have a specific meaning, so that's why we need to learn what they mean here. Um, so that's why we have all these. So for example, if we use just dot like this, that means anything. Um, that means like any single character here. So our pattern is it starts with the H and then whatever character comes between them and then it ends with T. So all of these characters now matches this one. Or if we just use two dots, so that means we're looking for um, a four character string that start with S, ends with P, and between those we must have two single characters, and they could be anything. Or a single dot means any character. If I just use asterisk, that means I should have zero or more character here. So I can have no character like this, or I can have more than one or more characters. So like this or this. These are all match. Go through all these characters. There are examples. Everything should be very self-explanatory. Um, and keep that in mind, like when you get to this part, in some languages you need to use like two slashes, in some languages you need to use one. Python you can use two or one. It doesn't matter. So go through this. There are more examples here. Should be very intuitive to you, and at the end you will see like a table of the same stuff that you can actually go through and use as your cheat sheet.